The takeover with
the radio goddess Moet.
So a lot of people have said that, when it comes to me, that I am the ALTE mama. And I don't know what I feel about that. Like, I feel a particular way about that statement. But either way, it must be because of the fact that I am so in love and obsessed with the growth of the ALTE scene. And if there is anyone that is indeed, the full ALTE general who is behind that movement, it's no one other than Odunsi. Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey. Hi. Why do you seem a bit shy?
I'm shy.
You're shy. That's hard to believe, because when it comes to your fashion sense and also your music, you are not shy at all. You are very, very, abrasive when it comes to what you stand for and what you're about. So why do you think that is?
Why do I think what is?
Why do you think that you are very, what's the word? You're very abrasive when it comes to your sound and also when it comes to your look?
It's because I think it's just because that's the way I express myself. So it's like I would be more, instead of saying too many things, that's how I see what I feel like.
Oh, I see. So. Now, I absolutely loved the album Rare.
Thank you so much.
Why that title, first of all?
I feel like it was just a name that I had in my head for my album for a long time. I think a year before I even started working on it. So after a while, I just started manifesting in different ways, and people would say it to me, and people would just say it, and I was just like, yeah, I guess this is the name for the album. Anyway, so that was how it came about.
Okay, cool. Some collaborations that I absolutely loved on the album: Runtowns, David O's, and interestingly enough, most of the songs I liked were songs that you were on your own doing your thing and really showing that you are actually a rare talent. So when it came to choosing the artist that you would want to collaborate with, was that a personal decision, would you say?
Yeah, at that point, it definitely was a decision to make. Okay. Most of it happened very naturally and organically, but at the same time it was I was very well with it. I was down for making those things happen. The David collab happened naturally. The Runtown collab happened naturally, and it was just the right timing for it. So
okay, cool. Now, as I said, one thing about the ALTE scene, and that's why I am so impressed, is I think you guys are the ones that sort of started being very alternative with the sound and not sounding like everyone else. And as I said, that is very, very commendable, especially in our industry. So why do you personally think that you've actually been able to stay this long, let's say?
I just think music at the end of the day we focus on a lot of other things apart from music, and music is what is the driving force of what everything is happening. Radio exists because of music. DJs exist because of music. The music business exists because of music. All the money, all the Sony, everything exists because of music. So if the music dies, there's nothing. There's no soul. The people aren't feeding themselves. No one's happy. So I feel as long as music is being prioritized and the art is being prioritized from one angle, it doesn't need to be everyone that cares about it. As long as there's just a couple of people that care about it, they would always inspire other people, and the ecosystem would just be calm. So I just feel there would always be a set of people who are passionate about something, and they're not doing it to impress anyone or do it for anyone, just because they love it. I feel if you do that consistently, after a while, you wouldn't even notice that you are somewhere. Everyone just accepts it and moves on. I agree.
I'm sure you must have heard whilst you were coming into the industry, trying to do your own thing, a lot of people trying to encourage you to change your sound and whatnot. What do you personally think made you stand your ground to not be influenced?
Just not seeing anybody.
Yeah, you do seem like a little bit of a recluse. We don't really see you.
Yeah. I know that I definitely would have been swayed if I was a bit more, if I came into the industry trying to see industry people. So I was very unaware of a lot of rules and stuff. So I just did what I felt like doing. But I felt if I came in and someone, let's say someone brought me in, guys, this is Odunsi.
Yes.
This is where I'll have sat in rooms with people that are already doing their thing, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is what I did to get successful. So here's what you do." And I'll be like, "Wow, that's true, because this guy's successful, so I need to do this." But I was clueless and I was on my own, so it's just like perfect mixture for success.
It's amazing that you say that, because my next question actually has to do with someone who, so far, I've been looking at the way you guys have been interacting with each other on social media, and it seems as if, would you say John Jazzy is your music godfather? Because it seems like he's honestly like got your back. Like as soon as you say, "Oh, I'm gonna drop this video," "Oh yes, jam!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, he seems like he's in full support of your music. So what's with that connection? Is there ever going to be some sort of collaboration with you guys?
No, I feel for now it's just like a friendship relationship. It's just like I had a conversation with him like randomly one time. We met and we spoke for a while, and like I learned a lot of things about him that I didn't know about before. Like just when he came in, because the kind of person I am, I love to learn. I love information a lot. I like history and like things that like moments. I celebrate a lot of moments, because when I was younger I paid attention to like each of those moments that happened, and I just ask him questions like, "Oh, at this period what was really going on, at that period what was really going on," because that's the side that no one really asked them about. Everyone's just always like, "This is what happened, that's what happened," but we never actually asked the people what was going on. So I think he relates to it in that way, where it's just like it was just a recluse. It wasn't like they weren't like really caring about the industry. They just wanted to like just scatter everything.
Yeah, and just do their thing.
Just do their thing, yeah. So.
Okay, nice. Now, what is this ALTE sound though? Like, if you were to put it in words, because most people seem to have it like misconstrued. A lot of people feel like, oh, it's just a whole bunch of, kids from England that moved back and they just wanted to be different. And then I know that you didn't even go to school in England.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that people have that perception.
Yeah.
So what is this ALTE sound?
First of all, I don't think there's a sound. Like
okay,
that's the usual misunderstanding that starts everything. First of all.
All right.
So I feel like there's no sound. There's no ALTE sound. It's just like the whole ALTE thing. It's just like it's like an agenda, man. It's like it's an agenda for good and an agenda for bad. It depends on what side you're on. Like if you're like someone who wants to like see it as something that you want to push a negativity or negative what's it called, narrative for, that's what you're on. You can find a way to do that. If you're someone that looks at it as like, oh yeah, this is a good thing for the industry, this is something that we all need, and this is something that is going to push us forward, then it's a good thing. That's what I feel. I just feel like with every movement there has to be a name.
Cause I know your ex tryna get closer. Enemies tryna get closer. That's the reason why my
The takeover with
The radio goddess Moet.
What do you personally think about Afrobeats and the music that's coming out of here in Africa? Do you really think it's going places?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like years ago it was already predicted that like the world sound pop would navigate back to where it originally came from, which is Africa. So it's like a cycle of life.
Okay.
There's always going to be waves. There's always going to be periods. Just like when it's time for something. But for me, I'm just a music person. Like I'm not a wave guy. Just like,
But your music does put people on a nice wave.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I mean by wave, like, I'm not a wave guy. Like, I'm not a trend person.
Yes, a trend person. Yes,
like,
that's it. Okay.
I love music so much. I've studied it so much. It's just like, I always want to be here. I always want to be doing this. I always want to be remembered. So it's like, that's what motivates me. Not necessarily like, oh yeah, this is what's popping now. So I have to do it. And this is the popping wave or whatever it is. So.
Okay, so let's talk about the latest one, Waiting Day. Even back to, what I was saying about how you always sort of find a way to incorporate Africa in general, whether it's Nigerian or whether it's Yoruba, whether it's, I don't know, you just always find a way. And that's what you did with this single, Waiting Day. You sampled
Rough, Rugged and Raw.
Yes, exactly. And it was really, really interesting how you actually sampled it. So why did you choose to sample that song, and why now? Like, so I feel like with most musicians, especially you, because you're quite creative, I feel like sometimes, or at least most times, it's almost as if there's a strategy as to when you will release what song, and when or why that song, or why this collaboration, or why this sample. So why?
I mean, like, for me, I've always like wanted to do something I haven't done. So that's literally how I live. Like every day. Like every day I wake up like, what haven't I done yet? And like I'd keep doing it till I can't find something not to do. I always would find something that I haven't done, but like it's like for me, it's like I've done several things. After my debut, I was like listening to music. After a while, I stopped listening to music because like everything was sounding the same. I was like, what? I want to do something. I want to create space for myself, and also I mirror what people think about me or expect from me, and I just try to do something else.
Okay, well, we will be watching.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show,
Thanks
my
for
love.
having me.
All right.
The takeover with
The radio goddess Moet.